Hello there. I thought I'd show you how to make a sidestep card with just one step, really. And as it's an easy peasy method, and you don't have to think of any measurements at all. You just figure it out as you go along. I'm just going to talk to you a little bit about the card first. I have used my stamp that I have designed for Vilda Stamps. This one says "Life is an Adventure." And I have kept the card in sort of autumny fall color scheme there. And I have put 4 squares here with a wonderful dotty paper from Bo Bunny. And I continued working with the same kind of dotty paper, but it's an orange paper instead in the background there. So that and even the one underneath there, those are dies that I have used to cut them from cherry linen. I'm sure you can't really see the beautiful edge of that one. I have seemed to be able, I've hidden it pretty well, it seems like. And I've also cut out this leaf set here from with a die from cherry linen. And then I have used a die from Tim Holtz. It's a new feather pen. It's something with an office theme. There's an ink bottle as well in that die set. And also a pen looking die bit there. And well, I have done some splotching here with some distress stain. I have coloured a couple of cogwheels in with some red stain as well. It's fired brick. I wanted to pick up the colour of the rose here. And then I have die cut a couple of cogwheel figures out of funky foam. And then to finish things off, I just put this crazy looking orange Christmas decoration pearl band there. And I also did some stamping here in the background. And just to keep the card together, I have put a bit of string here, also to make it into a decoration, otherwise this bit here would have been pretty empty. And just to keep the card a bit more sturdy, I have put corrugated cardboard in the background. And for this card I've actually put the string through all of these steps. And that is just depending on how deep you're going to make this valley here. I'm just going to show you a really simple way of making a sidestep card without any measurements at all. All you have to think about really is deciding on how high should the first step be, that is the bit here. If you're going to put a piece of a saying here or something, it could be nice to have thought about that before. Since this bit is so much smaller than this one, I'm just going to make this into a prototype. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to measure, I'm just going to tell to myself, well, I'm thinking 4 centimeters could be all right here. And then I'm just going to cut it down to, let's say, approximately here. So I'm just taking the trimmer knife like so, and now I'm here, you see? And I'm not going to be too worried about this being flimsy in the background, because I have learned to cover it up in the back and at the same time give it more sturdiness as I go along. So let's see if I can find my scoring board. I'm really needing that one now. Well, it is there, isn't it? So what I'm going to do now is to take this piece of card that I have to cut, and I'm going to find a place where it could meet up with the cut line, and I'm going to make a score mark down to that. So you see, now I can actually bend it down. And now, since I know that this one isn't higher than, let's say, 2.5 centimeters, I could go to put that mark there yet once more, and I'm just going to make a mark a bit shorter than the height there. So this is going to give me my first step. And now it's up to me to just put the card together with that step down like so, and I'm going to force this bit here down to make those ends meet, and then I'm going to press it by hand, and then I'm going to reinforce it with my remember what the name is now. I'm just using this bone folder. There it came. So now you can see that I have made one step, and that also keeps the card a bit sturdier. It doesn't go flat out too much. You see, it does have a limit to it. So now that I'm going to decorate it, I would just pay attention to make something that goes over this folded piece here. And then, before I'm going to finish the card off, I'm going to cut a piece that actually covers this bit up here and over this bit here also. So if you are in a mood of not making too many measurements, decide on what kind of a card you're going to make. This is a nice tip for you if you have forgotten about those measurements. But you could also, having made this template, take into consideration where you should have your first cut line, because you could really just make it up to here if you wanted to. So then you could start measuring all of these things. If you're happy with the outcome of that card, make the measurements, cut it up, and then do another version for it. So this is how I work. Sometimes I haven't got the measurements from the get-go, and then I just start inventing things and I go further along from that. But I think this is a nice way to actually manage and get by and do something. Alright, I'm hoping you find these tips helpful. Okay, bye bye.